Welcome to Bibury. So I actually forgot to take my microphone with me whilst I was traveling around all these villages here in the Cotswold. So I'm going to make most of this video here where I am actually staying in Campbell. So Bibury, which I think I actually pronounced wrong in the welcome to part. It's actually, I believe it's called Bibury. I think I've actually pronounced a few of these names of these towns a little bit wrong. They're a little bit tricky. I'm not really sure how to pronounce every single countryside name, but I believe this one is Bibury. Obviously the main attraction of Bibury is the beautiful row of houses in Arlington Row. Beautiful set of houses or beautiful set of cottages in Arlington Row, which looks stunning, very picturesque. Apparently there's a story of the guy who General Motors or someone, Ford or Henry Ford or someone like that tried to buy these cottages a long time ago and ship them over to America, but unfortunately for him, but unluckily for us, they stayed here, but he did manage to buy a cottage somewhere else. So this is like the one of the biggest draws also of the Cotswold. Lots of people come here for this. But as for Bibury goes, it is absolutely beautiful, and the surrounding sites are also very picturesque as well. It's a very cool, very pretty city. It also has the Trout Farm, which we didn't actually explore, because as we was walking to go to it, we believe someone who worked there, maybe the owner, maybe somebody else, they were a little upset with some of the guests that had already been there and was kind of like closing the gate and felt kind of, we were like, okay, we'll avoid this location. But so we've also got the Trout Farm that is also there. And then there is the Church of St. Mary, which is a very beautiful church, which is very welcoming, and you can go in there for free. You don't have to book tickets. You will get quite a few tourists there, but you can just walk in, and it's a very beautiful church where you can go and have moments of silence, or you can go have moments of prayer, or you can just look around as a tourist, take some photos, take some video, and just enjoy the stunning beauty that is the church. In terms of getting here, car is the best option. I didn't notice any buses whilst we were there. We were there for a couple of hours. I'm sure there are buses that go nearby, maybe in the village, but even we were walking around it all, you're never really away from the roads. I didn't notice any bus routes. So I don't know if you can get a bus there. You could probably get it quite close and then walk from it. But car really is the best option. The other option is to book a tour and go on a tour. As we arrived, a massive coach full of tourists also arrived. So that is another option to get there. And if you're on a tour, you can they've probably got a certain number of villages and towns they're going to take you to, and this will definitely be one that's on the list. A taxi is another option. Obviously the taxi drivers will know where you're going. As for costs, I'm not too sure. These are quite long roads, so I can't imagine it's that cheap for a taxi, but maybe it is. There was some free parking options here, which was fantastic. They were very busy. We were lucky as we went to the paid parking, but we had no phone reception, so we couldn't actually pay for it. So we left the paid parking, and as we got to the free parking area, someone was just leaving and we was able to take that space. So we got very lucky with the free parking. And if you can get lucky with that as well, fantastic. If not, there is paid parking. But the phone reception in this area is very low. We had 0 bars. We couldn't connect to anything. It's something to consider before you come here. You really do have to hope to get the free parking. Maybe there is also some parking just outside of town and you can walk down, which I also think is a very good option, as we've done that in the Cotswold, as we've done that in Castle Coln. There are some hotels around. I prefer to stay somewhere slightly cheaper, slightly outside of the main areas, and just drive into them. But these places were also very heavily booked. They get booked very quickly. When we were searching for places, most things were sold out all over the place. Also, if you're waiting around for food and drink, that is also advisable to book in advance, as we tried to eat in the hotel that was there, and they were fully booked. All tables were booked for that day. So we ended up just leaving and going somewhere into another village to eat. So if you do want to eat there, then you will have to book in advance. However, I would say you could probably just spend like an hour or two there, take some photos, see Arlington Row and the church, and then you're pretty much done and you can leave. So overall, it is a fantastic place. And if you're here for a long time, it could definitely you would have to visit there, as it is a very famous location here. I would say it is missable if you're here for a shorter time. However, Felicity feels that it's a must. You could really do the whole thing in 1 hour. If you want to take more perfect photos and some video, then maybe 2 hours is all you'll really need for this village. If you want to spend some time in eating locally, then yeah, you could spend up to 5 hours here. And it is a very beautiful town, so you could do that quite easily and enjoy your time here. But anyway, as we say in the UK, see you around.